today, Roxy?
Doing good. Thank you. Thanks for
Happy
having
Wednesday.
me.
Happy
Happy
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Yeah, yeah, I know we got a lot to get to, so are you ready to hop right into it?
Go ahead, girl.
Perfect. So, in the first episode of We Got Time Today, there's a clip of Deion Sanders pitching his request to Tubi, putting the show into fruition. But my question for you is, how did this collaboration with Deion come into fruition? And what was your first reaction when you were contacted to co-host?
It's exactly what you saw was Dion literally saying Tubi, "Hey, I'm a fan," and he is a genuine fan of Tubi. It's what he watches. He loves Black cinema.
Mhm.
So when Tubi and Dion got together, along with Jesse Collins, who is the production company behind it, it was like, well, let's start our auditioning girls for co-host. And I auditioned along with other women,
Mhm.
and our chemistry just off the back was hilarious. I keep telling Jesse, like, you need to release the audition because that's really
Really?
where the gems were. And you could see that people are like, oh, you give us such a hard time on the show.
Mhm.
You guys always joking like that. Is that real?
Yeah.
It's been real since day one. Um,
Wow, wow.
so it was just a lot of fun. I was completely honored to be able
Mhm.
to be chosen to be a co-host with him. And our relationship, as far as friendship goes, has just grown. And he's become one of my favorite people in the whole entire world. And I'm just so lucky. I'm lucky to be able to hang out with him.
Wow, I love that. Well, now I'm curious to see how that interview went now.
Oh, it's so crazy. I'm telling you, Peyton, I wish I had it for myself just so that I could laugh
I,
because it was funny. We
I
did
could
all
only
that.
imagine. I could
Yeah.
only imagine. What makes We Got Time today unique, in your opinion?
The chemistry between Dion and I is what makes it unique. Let alone the guests. Like if we had no guests, just Dion and I talking topics, talking relationships,
Mhm.
talking all things, cracking jokes on each other. Because that's another thing. I don't think a lot of people, get to see people make fun of Dion or even have the cojones to do it, I guess.
Yes,
I do
yes.
because we have a good time. But we're a corner for the culture at the end of the day. We're a place
Mhm.
where we, the community, can get together, have a good time, laugh. It's not all serious, play fun games, and our guests are always super duper comfortable when they come talk to us. So it's a very laid back, chill environment. You're gonna watch with a smile on your face.
Yes, I watched a few episodes myself, and I agree. I did watch with a smile, so you're right.
I love that.
Two of the show's themes or like mottos are taking your time and keeping it 100. How do you incorporate those attitudes into your own life?
I keep it 100 all the time. I'm too old now to play around and sugarcoat with people. So
Okay.
I always keep it 100. D always keeps it 100. And I think that, in this busy world and society and the social media of it all, it is important to just take a moment and time for yourself. And I've learned to do that more even with this show because I see how Dion does it in practices.
Thank you. You somewhat mentioned it, but what is it like working with Coach Prime?
Well, there's Coach Prime, and then there's Dion. Uh, Dion is silly. Dion
Okay.
is fun. Uh, Dion teases me like a big brother would tease a little sister.
Hmm.
Um, he's awesome. But then there's Coach Prime, and he's that dedicated, hardworking man. He's a father. He when he commits to something, he gives it 100. He doesn't half-ass anything, and he's he's an icon. So it's fun to see people come on the show and fan out over him a little bit.
Hmm.
And I fanned out too at first. I'm like, but now I'm like, whatever. One leg at a time, dude. Both we're the same. We're the same.
Okay, okay. What kind of impact do you hope We Got Time Today will have on viewers?
I hope that we form a level of trust and fun. I hope
Mhm.
that our viewers see that, we're very authentic.
Mhm.
And it's a safe space, and it's a safe space for our fans and our guests that come on the show. So, and then there's always a moment, a drop of wisdom that Dion does, and he really tries to pour just goodness out there and give you some advice or a little nugget to take home with you before at the end of every show.
Hmm.
Um, just inspire people because that's what he wants to do. He just wants to inspire people.
Okay, thank you. How did your experience in both entertainment and television hosting help shape your role in We Got Time today?
Definitely everything that I've learned along the way um, has helped. It's not a foreign experience,
Mhm.
but every job gives you something that you can apply to the next job. And I love being on the TV set, so it's fun. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, I'm not doing anything outside of the norm that I wouldn't usually do. But for me, maybe it's more like 106 in Park all over again.
Okay. Speaking of 106, that's a great transition. Speaking of 106 in Park, what was your transition like from that show to being a correspondent for Entertainment Tonight?
Um, Entertainment Tonight to me was one of the most humbling experiences because here I come off of 106 in Park and I'm like, I was a star on 106 in Park. Everybody knows who I was. Yeah, that's not the case on Entertainment Tonight. Like you gonna learn today,
Mm,
basically.
really?
But Entertainment Tonight for me was an amazing, amazing experience and opportunity because that's really where I honed in my journalism, my entertainment journalism. I learned, instead of, I was so used to hosting a show on a red carpet, I really didn't know what it meant to cover a red carpet. And
Mm,
so I learned that on Entertainment Tonight. I learned how to really structure interviews and produce myself because I always had a producer.
yeah.
So, ET was entertainment journalism boot camp for me. Because it was just so different from 106 and the world that I came from. So, so different and really corporate too. So I learned a lot about the behind the scenes and what it takes to actually, have a show, put a show together.
I could see that, putting that into your perspective. So thank you.
Mhm.
What's one thing about your experience on 106 in Park that you think fans will be surprised to know?
We didn't tape 5 days a week.
What? Get out!
Spoiler
Oh, wow.
alert.
Really?
Was a time when it was live 5 days a week. But yeah, definitely towards the middle or 2 years in after TJ and I took over. Yeah, we weren't live. We couldn't do Freestyle Friday live. Do you know how many edits had to be done? There was no way we could air that on live television. But we were live to tape. There's a big difference.
It is.
We always did tape live in front of a studio audience. Yeah,
Mhm.
we just wasn't, we weren't live every day.
Okay, that's good to know. That's interesting. You've been in the entertainment, you've been in entertainment for 20 years, so you've seen the industry evolve. What changes do you find the most impactful?
Social media.
Mm,
Um, the way social media has completely changed the playing field for entertainment news, for news in general, how we all digest the news, it's just changed. Like a lot of people will say, "Oh, I may have not seen a whole episode of Tubi. We got time today," but they see the clips online, and so it's just another form of still playing your entire show, but not playing the entire show and getting viewers to tune in. So yeah, social media really, really has changed the whole entire scope of how television in general, how it's done, how it's promoted. Um, yeah, how we get our information, how we watch. We don't even we'll watch TV on our phones now. We don't even watch it on
that's
the big
true.
screen
You're
TV, or
right.
we'll watch, breaking news on our phone, or everything is
Mhm.
right there in the palm of your hand. So, entertainment or media in general has changed to be able to, instead of be formatted for big TV, format it to like, how can we get somebody to continue watching on that little screen?
Mm, okay. Thank you. So I'm gonna switch it back over to We Got Time Today. Completely random question, but if you and Dion could host any celebrity on We Got Time Today, dead or alive, who would it
Oh,
be and why?
Dion would probably say Jesus. 'Cause that's him.
You think so?
Yeah, I feel like he would say that. I've been saying Denzel Washington, and he just had Denzel speak to the CU football team, and I was jealous, and I was like, why didn't you have him calling for us? So I'm
Um,
putting that one out there, manifesting Denzel Washington for season
cool.
2.
Uh-huh.
Um, so yeah, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, he's a great actor, so I
Yeah.
could see that. Looking ahead, what's one goal on your bucket list? And it doesn't necessarily have to be career related.
Ooh, okay. I'll step away from career for fun. I want to go to Paris. I haven't been to Paris yet. So it's on my
Wow.
bucket list for 2025 to
Okay.
trip to Paris.
Well, I've been. It's a great place. It's a great
Okay,
place to
see,
visit.
I was one of those like sucker for loves. I'm gonna go in love, and then, well, the girl that ain't happening. So I'm gonna have to take myself and love myself, and that's gonna be my trip to myself.
And that's perfectly fine. So
Exactly.
I know you said, well, so what would be career related for you?
Um, to be honest, I mean, pinch me. I'm at my dream job with We Got Time Today, and then also working for Good Morning America, GMA3, and ABC News Live. I'm on a network that I am spread across the board, and able to create amazing content with them. So I feel really blessed and really, really, really lucky to be able to be on those platforms and those outlets. And I want to just continue to be a representative of a brown black girl out there, for
Mhm.
just inspiring future young journalists and let them know that they can do it too.
Thank you.
Like
Last
you,
question.
Peyton.
I know, absolutely. That was going to be my last question for you. Do you have any advice or any words of wisdom for people like myself or young entertainment reporters just getting into the business?
Create this reel, use this interview as your reel, create your audience, use social media as your platform, not to show what pretty dress you wore, although you show that too. But
Mhm.
I think that we fail to realize that social media is really that calling card to be able to showcase what you're passionate about and what you want to do in life and bring it into existence. So if you're a beautiful young reporter that you are and belong on camera, then put that out there, put your work out there.
Okay, well, thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Welcome.
I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for meeting with me today.
Thank you for your time.